Hey guys, sorry about the kind of random live stream. I just had something come in the mail yesterday and I didn't know how my leg was going to do. We had a rowdy day at the pond yesterday. I took the boys and fry, and then it was homecoming. Oldest daughter did setup and let me take pictures. Middle daughter had professional, one of her friends' parents got professional pictures done. So look, I got to see them, they all looked beautiful, everyone got to homecoming and looked awesome, so and everyone is still alive. Fry got to meet a friend and didn't cry the entire time, so that was good. He was actually exhausted, but now he's gotten all of his energy back, so there is no Fry cam because he is outside, running around demon time, all the demon time, everywhere. He was exhausted yesterday. The boys went out into the pond and got all tired and exhausted. Fry did not go into the pond, but he had a great time with my mom's golden doodle, who is a giant compared to Fry. So uh, Huck couldn't quite figure out why Fry just wouldn't let him play. And Fry is about this big. And yeah, it was. Huck was like, be my best friend. And Fry was like, we are done playing now. Mommy is home base and I am done. So, you guys are here for an unboxing, and as you can see, if you have been looking at my thumbnails, I have been playing with Canva the entire day because, you know. Now, 3 a.m. me is not unlike Nick's, drunk him who buys him presents. Last time 3 a.m. me got an idea in her head, she decided that, now this was before I got hurt, but she decided, since I'm a political C-SPAN crazy nerd, that with, politics coming in, I definitely needed to have a way to get my rage out, and it was either going to be MMA fighting or I was going to join a roller derby team. Now, this would have been a great idea, except I hadn't roller skated in about 15 years. So the fact that I didn't break my neck roller skating, but instead was a victim of a walking drive-by deer attack, goes to show that God has a sense of humor, if not anything. So last time 3 a.m. me got to shopping, I got glittery light up roller skates. So these are not that exciting, but I did get myself a motivational gift to go back here with all the rest of my stuff. I love having everything to where I don't even have to stand up. Now, hopefully, I can do better than the guy on the, oh gosh, Dean Cruz case where he daggone near cut off his own fingers to open the box. And Wendy, good, you're traveling. I'm jealous. But this should be, if 3 a.m. me spelled everything correctly, because look, even current me can't spell. But this should be the most awesome thing I have ever seen in my entire. No, this is not mine. Okay, well, it was supposed to be a Funko Pop that was uh Mo in the Deep End with Fry and Thor, but apparently it's a Vampire McNugget. Some days you can't win for losing. I'm gonna have to text them because someone is going to get a Mo in the Deep End, Mo with a long black skirt, red hair, purple glasses, and a Fry and a Thor, and they're going to be very confused as to why they didn't get a McNugget. Vampire. You know, yes, I was going to have my very own Funko Pop, and apparently, you know, I'm going to have to call them. Oh, it is one of those days. The good thing is as with anything that doesn't go exactly the right way, yes, I not a Furby, I ordered a Funko Pop, and it was supposed to have, it was supposed to look like me. It had the curly red hair, it didn't have I got purple glasses 'cause I like purple, and it had a black skirt, and it had a little puppy that you could add and a little Thor you could add, and and it had Mo in the deep end, and it was gonna be all, like, egotistical and everything, and, the likeness is incomparable. Uh, you know, at least the box is the good size, because my sons have decided, look, as a mom of a lot of children, I am that crazy mom that wakes up the day after Halloween and goes through all the Halloween costumes and picks out costumes for next year. Uh, so, but this year, even though I have the costumes for next year, kind of picked out what the boys really like, and then I get assorted kind of expensive masks in case they wanna switch and mix and match. They have all decided to be Skibbity. I don't know. It's a weird thing. They have tried to make me watch the videos. I'm pretty sure it's turning them into some sort of weird, monsters, or I don't know, but they all wanna be Skibbity people, and I think that the one of the boxes might work to be a Skibbity. Oh, lord. Well, this has been the best unboxing ever, as per usual. Things have always gone to plan as good morning, Teary. Well, the unboxing did not go to plan, as per usual. Um, so this is supposed to be a Mo in the Deep End, Funko Pop because you can customize them, and I did, but somehow I got a vampire chicken nugget, which I believe will probably get stolen in about 5 seconds once my children realize that it's here, with a Thor and a Fry because they had little animals that you could also add. So, I will be, emailing them because if they would like their McNugget box back, I would actually like the, real one that I ordered at 3 AM. And I do have the stub that says that I actually did it right. 3 AM me was, proofread by awake, 10 AM me. So, we have gotten in the habit of at least proofreading 3 AM's me after the glittery roller skate incident, where I definitely believed that I would go on to start my own roller derby ring. 3 AM me doesn't always think things through. But, it works out. The box will be a skibbity thing. I'm sure I have to figure out how to paper mache a toilet thing for a Halloween costume now. It is all good. And we survived homecoming, which we did not know if we were going to do because I could not find a paper clip or not a paper clip, a safety clip to save my life. And well, my middle daughter is very good at not letting me see the dress on until right before she has to leave, because the hem I wanted to add at least 10 inches to. I know it's the style, y'all, I know it's the style, but just let's use the board of truth if we can here, because there's a level my daughter's gonna be so excited. There's, you know, like, here's the line she wants her skirt at, and I'd be okay right about dried up marker for the love of Cheetos. Today is going swimmingly, as you can tell. Uh, so she would like her skirt right about here, which is just, barely covering anything. And I think ankle length for the win. Now, this is why I'm not allowed to go with her to buy dresses anymore because I have often asked for the Amish and or, Pentecostal section. She does not find that joke funny. I find it hilarious, but there we go. So, yeah, you know, it is what it is. But today, piggybacking kind of on what Baker and I were talking about communication, I did ask if they had an Islamic section. And the girl just, she looked at me a little silly because they were the last time I went in, they're like, "Oh, what are you looking for?" I said, "A full dress." Because let me explain some things for you if you don't have girls this age yet, what you will run into. So these are dresses. So if you have a dress that has a full front like this, you have no back. Nothing. Not down to the butt. Nothing. No, 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 no. Now, conversely, if it has an entire back and you get all this covered, well then mama, you done have all the boobs hanging out or a slit up to God knows where. And I'm just like, honey, you're not working for ones. Do we have a 15-year-old section? Like a section that says, I don't have a pole anywhere near me. I am 15. Do we have that section? Now, again, none of these jokes landed with my daughter, but all the moms thought they were hilarious. So I was like, I play to the audience I know, honey. My daughter, again, I'm not allowed to go with her. She goes with my mom, who, well, she's like, it looked appropriate to me. And I was like, Mother, was she going to go to the windows and to the walls? For seriousness, swear to goodness. Swear to goodness. So, as as I'm saying all of this, I have daughters that make me want to tattoo. Basically, I'm that mom that wants my daughters to wear the t-shirts over their swimsuits because I watch way too much true crime and I'm like, "Yes. No. Uh, Look, 15-year-old Mo was socially awkward and didn't go to dances, and I was perfectly fine to never bother my mother with this stuff. But going back to our conversation, yesterday on Stabby Day, I decided that our story time this week was going to talk about communication and relationships. And of course, Mr. Mo would decide right now to start using a bandsaw because stream. What are you going to do? I'm going to stream. Oh, I'll use a bandsaw. I love my husband. Well, earlier this week, as you guys know, I am training my leg to start wearing Ugg boots again, which should not be a milestone, but is in fact difficult if you have nerve issues and you have not worn a shoe and it's all the things. So Mr. Mo came home as he called me from work and I said, "Look, I am in my bedroom. I cannot handle anything right now. I I need you to take care of the boys. I've gotten as much dinner as I can done. I have to lay down. You're going to have to take care of everything." Now the boys were on 11. Griffin and Gunner are best frenemies. They can either be, let's see, either be hugging or choking each other, depending on how you look at the picture. That's just how they are. Always. Just all the time. to the point where they have had fights about blinking, and I shit you not, blinking. I will have had to separate them, and from the other room, Gunner, who likes to stir the pot, I love him to death, but that little boy will stir the pot from all the way in the other room, and he's like, "I'm still blinking." And I'm like, "Gunner, don't stop." Now, Mr. Mo comes home, and I'm sure he's had a long day, but we start actually, I'm gonna switch because I'm generally doing it this way normally. We started at Danny Glover, sweaty retirement, Predator 2 level of, just done, ready for retirement, just as we got home. Now, the youngest, most feral, is blissfully unaware that he is slowly, well, we'll start this on the bottom. So he is unaware that he is slowly just climbing through lethal weapon 1 through lethal weapon 73, all the way up to why the hell is Chris Rock in my movie? Okay? He's going all the way up to the top of this, just with normal, regular, feral, griffinness behavior. Now, a good wife, a good non-ridiculous, not terrible wife, a good Christian wife would have heard my husband's irritation and growing distress levels and gone and sort of diffused the situation. A wife who was done tired of dealing with this and having gone all the way up the Danny Glover level of sweaty, done with this her own self multiple days, decided to see what would happen and see if Mr. Mo's head would just explode and what would be left. Now that's the wrong way to do this, but you're not coming here for Jody's marriage counseling. In fact, this might be what Jody tells you to do. So you don't come here for marriage counseling. But I'm slowly listening around here is where, Mr. Mo is like, "Why can't you just pick things up the first time I tell you?" And I was like, "Amateur." I was like, "Oh, you must be new here." Kids can't pick up the things that you tell them. And and then we skip and hop up here because, "Oh, the thing that you told them to pick up, well, it's only moved slightly down the hallway and it ended up somewhere different, but still not in its correct home." And I am just listening to this, trying not to laugh my tits off, which is terrible. I should have definitely helped at some point. Again, this is not a marriage counseling thing. You should definitely not do any of this. Oh, but Mr. Mo is kind and nice, and he is just going between Lethal Weapon 1 and Predator 2 and trying to be really nice. Until my newly turned 10 to 11-year-old has decided to add his comments because he's decided I am now a tween and I have comments. I have comments and I would like to add commentary and sarcasm. Now, commentary and sarcasm from a back talking 11-year-old when you're already in between Lethal Weapon 1 and 6 or 7 is the wrong move. Now, somewhere in between here and here, I hear Mr. Mo become very quiet and say, "I think I might be the only 48-year-old that has to negotiate with 10-year-olds to get things done, 10 or 11-year-olds to get things done." Now, this is the point where I realize that Mr. Mo is about to go into Samuel L. Jackson mode. Now, I've explained to you that's where I decide to hobble my ass up and negate my whole see if he will explode thing. So I hobble over there. And what does my 11-year-old son decide to do? when he realizes that his safety is in danger and he's done ticked off the nice parent, the nearly Canadian, the so nice he's I don't know if he's human parent. And the feral, mean, in pain, slightly crazy mommy comes out. Do you think that instinctually he feels fear and he thinks I should, for my safety, be quiet, listen to my father, and do what he tells me? Or do you think he smarts off? No, my oldest one, he picks, well, what does he pick? Well, in this choose your own adventure mode, he doesn't pick this safe, easy path. No, he decides door number 2.
Do I have to get out?
And that, my friends, is he decides to poke Mama Bear.
Do I have to get out?
Yes, you do have to get out. Griffin Wayne, I said out now.
Can I bring the baby?
Griffin, I said out.
Ah, the
Showing that, uh, yes. So he picks door number 2. Now, door number 2 is that he smarts off to his mother. The mother that he knows is in pain, crazy on a good day, and and, you know, well, genetically does want to see her genes go on to the next generation, has 6 other children, or 5 other children to see that go forward into the world. And he's like, "I thought your leg was hurt. Why are you walking then?" I took a deep breath. I summoned all the Jesus from deep in my body, and I said, "Boy, me and Jesus made you. You will listen to your father. And if I have to come out of this bedroom," and I'm pretty sure that I went all the way to the deepest baritone known to man. "And if I have to come out of this bedroom one more time, you will not be happy with what happens." Now, from the scared looks on everyone in the kitchen, I'm pretty sure that Pazuzu entered the room. I'm not sure if we got holy water. I'm not sure if Mr. Mo got holy water or got on a call with a priest, but I hobbled my ass back into my room, and Mr. Mo proceeded to take care of the evening. And then Mr. Mo came back in, and he was like, "Babe, you have never been hotter than when you yelled at the boys." And I was like, "I don't even understand marriage." I was like, "The demon voice, that's what got you?" It was like, "It's a good thing you like crazy, because I have that in spades, sir." Thank you so much, Josie. I'm getting the hang of it a little bit. I sort of. It's it's a learning curve, but I do like that it's nicer on my hair. So that's nice. So, yeah, marriage is a give or take, and apparently it's the cray cray. So, ladies, if you're looking for a guy, apparently it's the demon voice. It's whisper sweet nothings in that deep baritone that you use to scare people. I have no idea. Oh my goodness. But that is the story time for this week, except that, so I I don't know, but apparently he was at his wit's end with the boys. Normally, he has the patience of a saint. He can deal with all the children people. He can, it kinda just goes in one ear, out the other. He can deal with all of it, but apparently That day, he was at full, Danny Glover sweaty, one day from retirement. Why the hell is Chris Rock in my movie? Fully done with it. And he was about to lose his mind, and me coming out there and dropping the hammer was just the greatest thing since sliced bread. So, that is what I can tell you about marriage, is that it is the weird things, like making breakfast in the morning. Sunday morning breakfasts are sacrosanct at the Mo house. I make bacon, eggs, and hash browns, and if I don't, it is a national emergency. So this morning I made them, and then one of the kids said, you didn't make pancakes?" I'm like, "Do I look like a diner? Are you gonna help?" What shenanigan, you know how many times I have told them, like, "Be nice to your siblings, you might need a kidney?" I mean, at some point so I tell you all of this to kind of bring it back and tie it back to the Ruby thing, because that's where I think I wanted to tie it back a little bit, because she paints this picture of being a perfect family, and there is no effing thing. There's not a perfect family, there's not, look, y'all, eh, if you meet a mom out there who doesn't think that they are, like, literally a hot mess just surviving day to day, then you haven't met a real mom. If you don't meet a parent out there who thinks, "Oh gosh, I am not doing the greatest job I could be doing," then you have not met a real parent. So if Ruby is out here thinking she's doing an awesome job, then I don't know what she's talking about, because every parent I know has regrets, all of them, not even just one letter, all the regrets, if you know what I mean. So that's part of what I wanna tie into at least a little bit, and especially with this whole therapist thing where she's talking about the dads and everything. Look, perfect is not a thing, and with kiddos, yeah, that person, that weirdo. As a mom of 6, I feel like I have the mom of 6 card. I have the spirit stick, if you will, the stick of feelings as a mental fitness coach. I've done taken no examination, but I'm gonna say I'm a mental fitness again, what the hell is a mental fitness coach? I feel like I'm gonna get sold Shakeology at some point and, P90X. But, oh, no. I'm so sorry. Yeah, don't ever get the flu. Flu is a pain, and I have never felt more sick than when I got the flu last year or 2 years ago. I'm so sorry. I hope you're feeling a little bit better. Get some fluids, get rest, and but I don't understand these mom bloggers. Look, I am somewhere between the Duggars and Honey Boo Boo, and I still wouldn't want people following me around with cameras. Uh, no one wants people to see that stuff. Well, that's good. Ouch, I'm sorry. Um, so I've been using, co-wash and color mask, and I have an entire basket of products. I can show them all to you. I have spent more money than Mr. Mo even knows about. I won't be putting up prices. Uh, hello, Christine. I hope you are having a good day. I I will start, yeah, I'll do, probably that sometime this week. Well, that's good. But it's a myth. These perfect families, these Facebook things, look, when I was having my really hard time earlier this year where I was kind of, eating all of my feelings and bitterly watching people walk by from my front room like a caged squirrel, to be honest with you. I was even pissed off at the squirrels, just like my cats. I was plotting the revengeing. Um, it's easy to look on the outside and see these perfect lives, but everyone has these ridiculous things. I mean, hell, I opened this box thinking it was gonna be a Mo, and it's vampire chicken nuggets. I give up, people. I was so excited too. I was like, "It's gonna be me," which is a little egotistical because I would actually 3 AM me was like, "It's gonna be a mini me," and then 10 AM me was like, "That's a little odd to get yourself a doll of you," but I was like, "Well, if at least I could do voodoo, maybe I could make myself taller and skinnier." Like good voodoo. Everyone uses voodoo for badness. Can't you use it for goodness? Like, I want the boobs I had when I was 18. Ta-da! I don't know. You'd think someone with voodoo would have thought of that, like, "Do, do, 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 and abs." You could make a killing, I'm just saying. Market opportunity. But parenting is kind of weird. You get this child from the hospital and they assume you know what you're doing, which at 22, I had no idea. I thought I knew what I was doing. In fact, the first thing I did was I was like, I am going to only feed this child organic and no sugar and, hand sanitizer up to their arms, no one's gonna touch, the baby unless they have all the hand sanitizer, and then by that 3rd kid, you're, like, throwing the kid to a stranger as you're trying to diaper change the last one. You have all these great ideas, and then you have reality. So that's my point, is that what works for your family is going to work for your family, and you need to set up your boundaries and what works for you and be really firm in that and not compare yourself to other people, because that's, like, for serialness, and I don't mean this weirdly, but who the hell gets professional photographers for homecoming? I mean, I'm glad someone did because my leg was done by the end of yesterday, and I could not get, uh, many photos of middle daughter, but she got professional photos, and I thought, "Hey, that's great." But I wasn't gonna pay for professional photo. It's like, "Professional photo for homecoming? Okay. Hey, no skin off my boob, but I'm not gonna pay for it." It's like Polaroids? Like, what are we doing? Professional? And it's okay to ask for help. It is okay to and I'm learning this the hard way because this whole year has been about me, Mo, your your very weird Auntie Mo, learning how to ask for help. Going back to the conversation with Mr. Mo, where I maybe didn't respond appropriately to him not understanding I was asking for help with my spine or my spinal surgery. Yeah, I look, we may live in a bougie neighborhood, but we got here with our hillbilly day pass. Like, we are not part of the bougie people. No, ma'am. We got our house on discount clearance. We snuck in with the skin of our teeth, and the fact that we don't have a Corvair on, cement blocks is just because our HOA wouldn't let us. Yeah, I don't even know. Not my photographer feed, not my issue. As long as I don't have to pay for it, I'm okay. Oh gosh, where was I? Uh, it'll come back to me. I love it when I'm thinking of my train of thought and I'm like, I was here, I was here, I was here. No idea.
Bob broke into Eminem. Got him a case.
Okay, so another thing about parenting boys, you will sometimes get handed a, a steak knife because someone's broken into M&Ms that you found at Kroger for $1.93, and you bought them out because you know your family has a sweet tooth and you can make cookies later on. So you bought all 7 bags, but someone has apparently pirated their way into a bag. But it's a robbler that broke in using your own steak knives, Griffin. So yes, a robbler broke into our house, opened the M&Ms. It it can definitely, but they were both gone, and the girls know how to work scissors. So if the other thing is, well, the suspect usually it was a ninja spider. The Robblers are brilliant. They're much more brilliant than Gareth, who left all of his DNA. But given that there were multiple, we're gonna CSI this. So given that there were rat bites up here, and Griffin tends to try to open things with his mouth first because, dentists' bills are not a thing. And then we, of course, probably try to use the knife 3 times. So I'm glad we aren't going to the ER. I'm guessing Griffin. For the I'm Mimsy. And, since we have to have a narc too, which is always good. Gabe is here to make sure that someone pays for getting into that. So, this is the only thing I can figure happened. Let's as told by Griffin, I'm sure, in about 10 minutes or 15 minutes when I got off here. So, this is our house.
Oh.
Full on 1970s glory, little hobbit door in here. Someone obviously robblered their way into one of the front very big open windows.
Oh.
Kitchen got into the butcher block, obviously got one of the stabby utensils. Now, this is the tricky part, into mom's closet where she hides all the candy that people are not supposed to get on her top shelf. So, all the candy, knocked it down on the floor, took one knife here, then took it to the basement where mom can no longer go, but left knife and evidence down there. So this robbler was able to go to several different locations in my house and not leave DNA yet. Now we will have the same crack investigation team that was on the Carla Rentala case, and I'm sure they will figure out who did it. Now that being that there's not any paint involved, I'm sure we'll get answers in 8 to 10 years, right? Swear to goodness. I can't with these children. Yeah, Fry is always innocent unless it's shoes. We finally have a child that can find shoes. Now, does he use his power for good? No, he does not. He uses it to eat shoes. But we finally have one that can find them. So he is currently in the running for my favorite child. He just uses it to them to bite it. It is what it is. I know. And now I was never gonna buy M&Ms ever again because of the support women stuff, but I will buy M&Ms on clearance because the support women stuff didn't sell. Uh, yes, Fry likes to bite shoes. His favorite, I think most favorite on his list of delicacies are my Birkenstocks. Uh, it is rare that he gets those because I've started putting those up high, mostly because those are the only shoes that I can eat. But he does like yep, he does like, all of all of the boys' shoes, Mr. Mo's shoes, even though they're bigger than him for the most part. And if you take one of the shoes, he will bring the other one in the pair back to you, or he will run off and bring the pair. So really, I mean, if you have lost a shoe, I will rent Fry out. He will find it. Now you will have to fight him for it, but he will find it. So he is like the Sherlock Holmes of shoes, but you then will have to fight him for it and or offer him something else. Oh, yes, Fry is a furry child. Fry is a puppy. Let's see if I can. He is, sleepy until about 9 to 3 AM when it is his demon moment. Now the boys are being made to clean the basement until someone confesses. Now the bonds of brotherhood will be broken by manual labor in about 2 seconds because they hate chores. He's gotten so we're pretty sure now that he is not a Pomsky, he's a Mutsky. I'm not sure what he is, but he definitely is starting to look more like, Seymour from Futurama than a Pomsky, but I think he's going through a growth spurt because he is a sleepy guy all the time until about, like I said, 9 to 3 AM. Then he's like, "Can we play? Can I have the Zoomies? Can I go run around and bark at the cats? Will they play with me if I bark loudly enough at them?" And he will be my yeah, I'm not sure. I will have to look up that breed. I have no idea, to be honest. He is a good boy, though. He is doing a little bit better on the leash. We'll go for 10 minutes now. So I've been able to start walking with him for 10 minutes, and I have put down my pride and the goofiness of them. I will be getting a dog stroller. Now, part of that is because Mr. Fry hates, and I do mean hates, the leash, but we still will be going to puppy obedience school, so have to learn to use it. Oh, yes, he gets into full on feisty mode. He gets into full on Fryberto mode. He goes full Fryberto. But the other part is, you know, I already kind of use shopping carts and other things for stability when I walk. So the, dog stroller on days that he doesn't want to walk, but I still want to increase to maybe being able to walk for 15 minutes straight. Eventually, being able to do a 30-minute walk, a day on good days. So the stroller will help me. And, just pride wise, I can deal with a dog stroller right now, but not a walker. So I'm probably going to put uh, um, flames on it and stuff. We're gonna fry it up, if you will. We're gonna put a little Mo-ness on it, but I will be getting a dog stroller because I have to make peace with some of this stuff. some of my life is having to change. Now, hopefully, this spinal stimulator thing will help and some of this pain will go away, and I can get back to 75% of my life normalness. And if not, I can work out, but I'm making peace with the things that I have to change in order to make things go. So, but I'm not getting a dog. I'm not taking him into Walmart and stuff. This will be only around he look, I would much rather be able to take an emotional support vodka places, but apparently that's open carrying and, drunken disorderly, which I think is ridiculous. Thanks, Alexandra. It has taken me almost a year and a half to get to get to this, perspective. Oh, so, about last August, I fell and broke my ankle, and sometimes, for whatever reason, when you have a traumatic injury, it can set off just a series of nerve issues. So I have complex regional pain syndrome. If you saw Take Care of Maya on Netflix, the little girl had complex regional pain syndrome. Now hers was not caused by anything. Sometimes it can just come out of the blue. Usually that's with children. Um, but I had the one that just was caused by a traumatic injury. So they're not basically all that means is they have not one doggone clue how in the hell this happens, but it's kind of an orphan sort of disease. Mainly a lot of funding goes to cancer and the big things, which I totally get because, those are big, big things and big scary things. But, it's not one of the first things people think to fund. So I do have everything set to go for pretty pretty much. I've got everything set to go, and they'll probably be calling me in the next week and a half or so to give me a date to start the spinal stimulator trial and see if that works out, and if not, then we'll try something else, and we'll at least have tried something, and, you know, now I have you guys, which is awesome, and I don't feel as alone because I will be honest, before I started streaming and before I found a lot of other people online who had, different nerve issues and Baker and different things, you feel really alone. And kind of you go through a grieving process like I'm I'm 30, well I was 38, now I'm 39. But like I don't uh well, so on the affected leg, I my leg kind of turns purple and splotchy, but it and I have, spasms sometimes, but it's not you can't really see it. Well, thank you. Um, so that's why I got Fry because I have been, uh, really afraid of walking on, uneven ground. So Fry has been my encouragement to go walk in my front yard and even walk in my backyard, which has been really scary for me. So now about every are you eating M&Ms? You understand
Chips.
you understand if you want me to believe it's a robber, you have to not eat the evidence in front of me. But it definitely has changed my perspective and learning to accept that no, normal's not gonna come back but new normal can be good too. Okay, take him out, sir. I shut my door, I say I'm streaming, I'm getting biometric locks
No,
and a Nerf gun.
destroy it.
Out now. I've got about 10 more minutes and then I'm done. Out. Mr. Mo's like, "What's the next project you want me to do?" And I said, "Have you heard of a vault?" I want a vault and a door that locks. That would be great. Our house was I don't know if there were levels in the '70s. I'm not sure if they had them, if they were just not available, if the LSD, um, was just too plentiful, but there is not a square corner in this house. So our doors are kind of well, at least the door to the master bedroom where I film is kind of jerry-rigged right now, and it doesn't shut all the way. It's just for the love of goodness, I tell everyone, I'm because nice mommy usually rules about 75% of the time, and I'm like, "Hey, guys, I'm gonna be streaming. This is the time. If you'll just give me, you know, an hour, the door will be semi-shut, just try to keep all shenanigans to the bottom level of the house," that kinda thing. Yeah. But this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Y Ma'am, Ruby, you have 6 kids. This is just hey, I have paneling from here I have vertical shiplap, I mean, from here to next week if y'all would like some. I can donate all of it. And, we have an intercom system that I believe was here when Gerald Ford was still in office. Not to mention, we had honest to God aquarium rock on the front entry foyer back wall for some god awful reason, as a statement piece, grouted onto the wall. I and when we were pulling up the carpeting in the front living area to put down vinyl that looks like wood, the little click together. Okay, when I say we, I mean Mr. Mo, because anything that takes precision and time and, well, doing things correctly the first time, you're gonna ask him because 'cause I'm gonna speed through it, and then if it needs to be redone, I'll probably do it again. But, we found, and I wish I had been here to see it, pieces of royal blue shag carpet. And I can only imagine it in its full glory with royal blue shag carpet, the aquaria rock on the front thing, and what I can only assume were Liberace's chandelier for some reason. Now, I was reliably told that the family that built this house prior to us, because I think there were only 2 owners, was a very Catholic family with 7 children. So, I don't know if the use of LSD was just permanently, like, it just flew in the air if mushrooms and psilocybin was just everywhere, but, yeah, there were no st there continues to I have yet to find a square corner in this house. I don't know if they even used insulation because there has been none apparent as Mr. Mo has gone up through upstairs and sheetrocked and taken down paneling. I don't know if back then, the paneling doubled as insulation. We're not quite sure, n you know, and we went over the skylights, the beautiful, beautiful skylights. Oh my god. The family of squirrels that were living in the attic. I mean, this house has been interesting. It's been interesting. It's a big old house for oh, yeah. Well, Mr. Mo has all of those skills, so I don't know that it had asbestos. I will have to ask Mr. Mo if he should ask about mesothelioma. He gets so mad at me when I say that. Hi, MLS. But yes, Mr. Mo is currently probably finishing up, the last 2 rooms upstairs, and then we will move to my master bedroom and office area. I will truly have an office, which will be nice, because then I'm getting a biometric lock. I am, and lasers. and not a Liberty safe. Oh, you missed it, MLS. So, 3 AM me bought me a Funko Pop that was supposed to be, uh, specially made just to look like me with a Fry and a Thor, and instead they sent me a Vampire McNugget.
I'm gonna make
I am not giving you the Vampire McNugget. You were told to leave the room, and yet I still don't see you fleeing before me. And the kids wonder yeah, this one just refuses to stay where I try. You know, they say a little bit of each case sticks with you. Apparently, that's the part. I could just be looking at the desk and not making eye contact, so at least that's the only thing that stuck with me this time. So I get to call Funko because I did pay for the customization and see if they want their Vampire McNugget back or if I get to keep him. And hope to goodness someone isn't weirded out when they get the Mo in the Deep End Funko Pop. Like, who in the hell is this chick? Or maybe I'll get a bunch of new subscribers because 'cause I'll be like, "Who in the hell is this chick?" And then they'll find me, and they'll be like, "This chick is famous. She has her own." Y You can be pissed or you can just see it as hilarious, and I'm a little bit irritated, but I'm honestly thinking about the person who ordered the vampire nugget, and I'm trying to think how weirded out they're gonna be with the Mo in the Pentecostal long black skirt, the red hair, the purple glasses, and yeah, maybe Fergie bought it. I can't. The feral child is Caesar Milan available? I need both Fry and Griffin trained, a la South Park. But I am going to get out of here
yeah.
so I can, go find, who ate the M&Ms and
It was
put the
Gunner.
yeah,
It was Gunner.
I don't trust narcs or prison informants.
Like this?
Uh-huh. Well,
Like
I've gotta go get down to the bottom of this and make sure that
it
my
was with a knife to open it.
okay, out of my room right now. I you know, I swear to goodness, it it is the entertainment here is fun and wholesome, but chaos. And this is real life, y'all. This is reality. This is what having 6 kids is. If Ruby didn't get that memo, then I don't know what to tell her, but this is what having kids is like. It's just it is what it is. Now, generally they're supposed to listen to you, but well, that is what it is too. But I am going to go deal with chocolate thievery.
Gunner.
Look, I'm seriously hoping that the next time 3 AM me decides to buy something, it's a heavy bag because I think I might
Looks
need
like
it.
it was a box.
But I will see you all later, and
Not
I will
even that's
probably
our
be with
Tuesday.
Sal. Sal's going to be doing, I believe, the Peens of Our Lives
Not even
again.
that's our Tuesday.
Would you just be quiet for the last 5 seconds, please? I am trying to finish, and I will be done. Alright. I am gonna gonna have an adult beverage, to be very honest with you, and I will be back later. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Please like and subscribe and share with others, possibly. I'll see you later. Bye.